A partner in 4, and the three-quarter line is completed by Anthony Sullivan. At 6, the New Zealander, one of the leading contenders for the First Division Player of the Year, Tia Rapati at 6, the stand-off half. Jonathan Griffiths gets the nod at scrum half, the Welshman was 7. It's Jonathan Neal, the prop forward, at 8. Bernard Dwyer is the hooker in 9. And the front row completed by the Kiwi George Mann, the prop forward, in 10. Second row, this is where Saints really do tick. Chris Joint is in 11, and alongside him, Sonny Nicol in 12. And the St Helens captain is Shane Cooper, the loose forward, and Mike McLennan is the St Helens coach. Doug Lawton taking in the sunshine with Steve Malloy and Ellery Hanley, just having a... Jim Fallon is on the wing in 2. The New Zealand double act in the centres, Kevin Iro wears 3 and Craig Innes wears 4. Simon Irving is on the wing in 5. Gary Schofield, never a winner. I wonder whether he will be at Old Trafford collecting a winner's medal next Sunday. Andy Gregory is the scrum half. He's been a winner plenty of times. Up front, it's Steve Malloy wearing 8. James Lowes is the Leeds hooker in 9. And Paul Dixon continues at prop in 10. Ex-Wigan man Andy Goodway is in the second row at 11, alongside the New Zealand international Gary Mercer in 12, and the Leeds captain is Ellery Hanley, loose forward in 13, the Leeds coach Doug Lawton. Beavers on the bench for St Helens. For Leeds, 2 of the new young breed at Headingley, Graham Holroyd and Lee Harlan. Day in 7 days' time. 2 of the giants of the game, Saints and Leeds, and Mike Stevenson, this should be a blockbuster.
It should be a cracker. We had a great game on Friday, Wigan against Castleford. That was a tough one. Get set for a repeat today.
Saints get the game underway then, and Gary Mercer will run the ball to the 10-metre mark. So important that the forwards dominate early on. And looking at the Leeds pack compared to the St Helens pack, is that where the men from Headingley's strength lies, I wonder?
Well, it's always been a criticism from me in regards that Leeds have never had a powerhouse pack that works fully for the 80 minutes. But of late, they have been doing that. But they will be put to the test by the St Helens 6. They're very strong. The first 15 will count a lot.
James Lowes playing the ball to Andy Goodway, back to Andy Gregory. Gregory thumps the ball downfield. David Lyon, the St Helens fullback, collects it. And Lyon with quite a bit of strength. Sullivan on his own from the dummy half position, through Mercer, but not away from Hanley. Bernard Dwyer, dummy half. Sonny Nicol has an outstanding season at St Helens. Gets the ball away to Jonathan Griffiths. Griffiths looking and thinking about the pass inside to his captain Shane Cooper. Decided in the end to hang on. Dwyer to George Mann. Having the strength and presence of mind to stand in the tackle. St Helens sweeping forward with Rapati. Loughlin advanced off his chest, and that will be a knock-on.
Good play by Jim Fallon, who came in off the wing. Really crunched to centre. Loughlin came at the right time as the ball was just being received by that man. Took the gamble, did Fallon, it paid off.
Well, Leeds finished 5th for the second successive season, and they had to beat Widnes 22 points to 10 in the first round to earn this trip to Knowsley Road. And they're in possession now with their captain Hanley, who's met head-to-head and toe-to-toe by Sonny Nicol. This is Kevin Iro. Kevin Iro, the New Zealander who scored 2 tries for Wigan in the Wembley final against St Helens in 1989. And a swinging arm, I think, in the tackle.
Shane Cooper going right over the top, the left arm. Anything above the shoulders now will be penalised and should be. Not much swing in the arm, but he did make contact. Good chance now for Leeds to really launch at this St Helens defence.
Hammered in one semi-final this season by Widnes on the way to Wembley. Leeds anxious to put the record straight today. Wigan await. Steve Malloy standing in the tackle. Referee shouts he's held. This is James Lowes. Now Dixon and Gregory. Good quick hands from Leeds. Mercer gets the ball away to Hanley. Hanley changes the direction of this attack. It's a good run from the captain. Out to Dixon. Good tackling St Helens. Dixon hanging on. Fallon to Gregory. To Schofield. Looks wide and sees Innes. Innes turns the ball back to Tate, who drops it. And Gary Connolly collects.
Well, that was a typical example of a move that had to go to Patton. Innes was running into the block, trying to get the ball back inside. And I'm afraid that Alan Tate had overrun it. He should have come a split second later.
Alan Hunt being given a touch of the treatment there. And the referee, John Connolly, I think saw it and just tapped Simon Irving. Let him know he did.
Well, to be fair to Irving, he did throw the punch and then just held it back at the last minute, but the intent was there.
Sonny Nicol with the strength to push Mercer off and get away from Schofield.
Well, Eddie, it was Leeds in the forwards. They were really out-muscled by Widnes in that semi-final of the Challenge Cup. They realised they can't allow that to happen today.
The kick downfield by Rapati is charged down. Referee says it's 6 to go for St Helens. It was a definite attempt by the Leeds man to charge the pass down, but all the pressure for nothing. It's a knock-on.
Well, a strong tackle coming in the back there was Paul Dixon on the full-back David Lyon, and really, Lyon should really have gone to the ground rather than try to get that pass away.
Leeds with Schofield, and now Innes. Schofield takes the return. Tate is chiming into the line, and he's watched by Loughlin. 5 minutes gone. 0-0. Saints and Leeds, two of the biggest names in rugby league, desperate for a day in the sunshine and a day in the limelight at Old Trafford in the Premiership final. Gregory has been there before. Goodway. The ball not properly played.
Well, he's given a knock on, but you can see quite clearly that Goodway had put the ball down into the ground. Wasn't allowed to play it, but that really was a mess up there. Goodway had plenty to say to Andy Gregory, who was obviously saying to him, get up and play quickly.
Rapati trying to get through Mercer. Hanley finishes him off. Bernard Dwyer. Two sides here who really can throw the ball about, really can play entertaining football, but just at the moment they're feeling each other out here.
Well, he took a bit of a dive there, did Bernard Dwyer. He wasn't assisted. But with this crowd, fanatics they are here.
St Helens then in possession with Shane Cooper. Misses out Griffiths, goes on a run himself. The Saints captain out to the wing to Alan Hunt. He's got Connolly in support, but that's a wonderful tackle from Simon Irving. Cooper the dummy half. George Mann. He's run strongly so far.
Good refereeing by John Connolly as well. He's not been sucked in by these players working at it, trying to get a penalty.
Another little knock on by Loughlin. Referee has pulled them back. Well, he let them go. Thought he'd blow, but he let them go.
Well, he allowed them the advantage, but it didn't turn out for Leeds that way. Good chasing there by St Helens. But they're putting a lot of pressure on the centre, Paul Loughlin. That's the second time. It is given away. Drop ball and a bad pass.
So can St Helens make Leeds pay now? That drop out under the post wasn't the most distant that we've seen this season, and so Saints have it back in the Leeds quarter with John Neal, turns the ball back, Leeds have it back. The St Helens crowd say it was a knock-on by Leeds, but I'm sure it bounces off the leg.
Yes, it does. Perhaps there was a little fingertip there by Craig Innes. Pretty hard for the referee. As you mentioned earlier, this crowd is fanatical. Anything against Saints, they'll really get into it. Let the referee know he's not going to have an easy afternoon.
And John Connolly comes from Wigan as well, so no love lost in St Helens for anybody or anything from Wigan. Now Schofield had a look up and just drops the ball over the top. Now Leeds must chase this one downfield. Lyon lets it run dead though. It just had enough on it.
Just a little bit too long there. That was a great kick by Gary Schofield. Just had that wind take it that bit too far. Didn't want to find touch, but at least it keeps St Helens camped deep in their own half.
Lovely sunny day here at Knowsley Road, but certainly not as warm as it was on Friday when Wigan took the field against Castleford. There's quite a breeze blowing here, and the players, I'm sure, will be thankful for that. Now George Mann. St Helens aiming to reach Old Trafford for the second successive year to meet their old rivals Wigan. And everyone in the Knowsley Road camp, I know, anxious to get there, but so too are Leeds. Sonny Nicol allowed to play that ball to himself, was he?
Well, he did, but the St Helens players aren't too impressed. They'd all set up for the kick. Sonny Nicol played it to himself and went forward, get tackled.
St Helens get the ball back from the sloppy play, the ball by Leeds. This is David Lyon.
Well, it's a typical semi-final. Forward battle so far, defence is on top. A lot of pressure, a lot of mistakes.
John Neal having treatment before the match on a foot injury, looks okay. Griffiths finds Rapati. Good run from Rapati. Good support from Griffiths. Connolly is there. Oh, and Irving just ankle tapped him. Play on, says referee John Connolly. And again he says play on. The interference was accidental. This is Bernard Dwyer. And St Helens really examining this Leeds defence now with Cooper. Cooper trying to use his strength. Gregory and Tate keeping him out. It's with Gary Connolly. Alan Hunt is screaming for the ball out wide. Connolly just dabs it forward. And it's frenetic stuff.
Well, more panic rather than frenetic. They really lost their way there, St Helens. They should have taken a little bit more time on playing that ball and making sure they could get it out wide. 3 occasions where they went one out from dummy half, trying to force their way over.
So important to both sides in these difficult economic times. A big payday awaits whichever club gets to Old Trafford next Sunday. And that could be vital with the summer sales about to begin, perhaps, in rugby league. This is the last tackle. Tate just clips it forward, lets the wind carry it downfield. Leeds are playing with the breeze at their backs this first half. David Lyon. Good chasing, Iro and Hanley. Now Anthony Sullivan.
Very messy in and around this play the ball area, but good refereeing by Connolly. He's not going to stop. He wants the game to flow, and so does the crowd, and so do you viewers.
And this time, referee Connolly pulls Leeds back for offside, and the ironic cheers all round this crowd.
Well, you think they just won the game.
Well, I'll tell you, referee John Connolly is as cool as a cucumber. He won't be influenced by that. So Saints can relaunch another attack with Jonathan Neal. Now Griffiths. Cooper. Griffiths takes the return. Finds Nicol. Runs strongly, Sonny Nicol, for the opening quarter of an hour or so here. Chris Joynt, one of the contenders for Young Player of the Year. Cooper. Mann. Cooper again, involved in everything. Nicol. Inviting Innes to come towards him. Dwyer. That's the last tackle. It's with Griffiths. Griffiths stabs it forward to the outside of his boot. It was good play, and it almost came off.
Good job that the hooker, James Lowe, was there. Beautiful kick there by Jonathan Griffiths. Came back round on the blind side. David Lyon made a real meal of it. Sorry, Alan Tate, should I say.
This is Ellery Hanley now. There's Tate breathing a sigh of relief. Gregory. Long ball to no one. Irving picks it up and does well. But that was a risky pass, and Leeds, well, they're lucky to get away with that. Schofield to Steve Malloy. Malloy gets the ball away in the tackle. It's a good way to Gregory. Ball in field to Alan Tate. Gap was opened up for him. He's inviting Hanley to chase the kick forward. Hanley obliges. He couldn't pick up. The ball just wouldn't bounce kindly for the Leeds captain, and the chance goes.
Well, he took the option to try to pick it up when really he should have put the foot to it. There you can see he made a real meal of it. But that was wonderful play. Lovely inside pass from Andy Gregory. Set sail. That was beautiful play by Leeds.
And the referee and touch judge having a word, and he's pulled James Lowe's out, and also George Mann. Something must have gone on in back play. And he's threatening them that any more of whatever it was, and they will be in the sin bin.
Well, that was a great move, bringing Alan Tate on the inside. Really did split the St. Helens defence apart.
Oh, that was a risky tackle on Anthony Sullivan by Gary Schofield, but he's all right. Oh, it's rough and tough, this one.
Well, I get the impression, Eddie, that no one's told these players that they've still got a lot of time to play this game. You'd think this was the last 5 minutes, and everything depended upon it.
Yeah, it's 100 miles an hour at the moment. Look, the forward pass. And Neil is allowed to continue the movement and finds Nicol. It's the last tackle. Saints still in their own half. Dwyer to Lyon, who will kick downfield into the wind. Spinning away from Tate, but safe. Offside St. Helens. Creeping up inside the 10-yard mark.
Well, at about 5 to choose from there, the referee John Connolly. Overexcited there. Really has got off to a fast pace this game. Don't think they'll be able to keep this up.
St. Helens are unbeaten in their last 8, a sequence that includes a victory against Leeds here, and a big winning margin it was that day too, 42 points to 8. But Leeds aiming to be a lot more competitive here. And Goodway in possession for the Yorkshiremen. Hanley on the charge. Was it forward? It was.
Just a little bit slow to play the ball there. Skipper Hanley steaming onto it. You can see just that split second too late. 50-50 ball. I've seen them given.
Griffiths gets the ball from the base of the scrum, then takes the tackle from Schofield and Hanley. Cooper. Many of these players on view here today know what the big day at Old Trafford is all about, of course, on both sides. St Helens there only last year. Leeds will point to the 1979 Premiership final. It wasn't at Old Trafford then, as their last major victory in a major final. This is Chris Joint for St Helens.
Some great tackling from Leeds. Their defence is pretty tight.
Been training hard for this. The Leeds camp, training every day, apart from last Saturday when Doug Lawton gave his players the day off to watch the Challenge Cup final. And this is Jim Fallon. Gets the ball away, does well. Tate, though, can't get away from Rapati.
Well, Fallon run 3 miles to gain 1 inch.
He's gained a bit more this time. I think they've moved off the mark, St Helens.
There you can see it was Rapati the culprit. Moved away out of the line in front to play the ball before the ball had been played. Just shows you how keen these players are.
But Leeds haven't found touch. It's now with Sullivan. Mistake from Leeds and a good run from Sullivan. He straightened up, hunts out here all alone, and they should have given it out wide.
He never even looked. Sullivan made the break. Alan Hunt was screaming with the arms in the air.
But St Helens have still not finished when it's in the arms of Sonny Nicol. They're just 5 metres short of that Leeds line. Dwyer, the acting half-back, to Cooper. Comes back. Now then, they're right in front of the Leeds posts here. Will they drop a goal? That's how close they are. Dwyer to Chris Joint. So close, Chris Joint just held up. And the referee says it was a double movement, an attempt by Joint to fool him.
Nice crisscross here, and you'll see Joint go, and then he just shuffles the ball across. Classified as a double movement. Bad mistake there by the youngster.
So Joint being penalised by the referee. It's penalty to Leeds and right underneath their own sticks. Midway through, 0-0, Saints and Leeds. Two sides known and enjoyed because of their attractive rugby league.
Well, that was interesting, Eddie. They took that quick tap kick, and the Leeds player was stood in front of him.
Dixon with the run. This is James Lowes from dummy half on his own, and the support arrived from Goodway. And look then that Goodway had lost that ball. Now Innes. Thunderous challenge from Dwyer with a bit of help from Chris Joint. Schofield gives it plenty of height, catches the wind and then bounces kindly for Lyon.
Good tactical kick though by Gary Schofield, right over the top. Had to turn the ball back, and they've given away a penalty.
Gary Mercer was all over David Lyon then, wouldn't let him get to the feet to play the ball.
Half a flop, but that's enough to give away the penalty. Really, that negates the wonderful kick by Schofield that put St Helens in their own quarter. Bad mistake.
Mercer on David Lyon for that penalty, two former Warrington colleagues, of course. John Neal has taken play up to halfway. It's now with Griffiths and Cooper. Griffiths takes over. This is Chris Joint, releases the ball in the tackle well to Cooper. Rapati can launch something now with Griffiths to Loughlin. Loughlin has got the considerable frame of Kevin Iro marking him. Sonny Nicol. George Mann now. And Griffiths to Rapati, to Gary Connolly. Still yet to agree a new contract with St Helens, Gary Connolly, and he was bundled into touch there. 0-0 then, 23 minutes gone. Minutes gone here and still 0-0, St Helens against Leeds as this scrum goes down. And now Jim Fallon. Schofield. The quiet opening 20 minutes or so to this match is Schofield.
Well, both defences are pretty strong. It's like a tin of sardines. Both have got the key. They just don't know where to start.
Iro trying to run through Cooper. Bernard Dwyer helps him out. And then Bernard Dwyer won't release Kevin Iro and is penalised. Although Bernard Dwyer was flat on his back.
Well, the rules state quite clearly, once you've made the tackle, roll away. He didn't. Penalty given, rightly so.
So Leeds start again. Jim Fallon. James Lowe's at acting halfback, looks for the long ball to Gregory. Gregory turns the ball back in field to Tate. And St Helens seeing a lot more of the ball in the opening 24 minutes, but not being able to do anything with it so far in terms of points. That's good support play by Schofield. Ball in field to Hanley. Hanley drops it. He was in touch anyway. He was forced out wide and was in touch, but he dropped the ball.
Second time he's lost possession, trying to get it down. He was pretty close though, but he was in touch. And I thought that there was a forward pass also before that. But that was great play by Gary Schofield. Put Dixon through on a short pass, went looped round him to get the reply. Return pass came through. That's the second time that Ellery Hanley went very close. But what a great piece of play by Schofield.
And it was good defence from David Lyon too, shuttling Hanley out. So there have been just half chances, that's all. And here's Rapati with the break. And the tackle was from Hanley. Lyon to Griffiths to Chris Joint. Sullivan to Griffiths. Now Rapati. It's with Cooper. Saints loading, that's forward pass. Cooper's pass to Connolly looked forward, but Craig Innes and Simon Irving didn't wait for the whistle. Lyon over the top. Jim Fallon collects it. Tate, he has Iro in support and feeds him. Iro cuts in field. St Helens struggling to lay a hand on him till Dwyer brought him down, but Iro releases Gregory. Good run from the big Kiwi.
Great play by the Kiwi, but also good play by Tate. Opted to run on the blind side and caught St Helens napping.
This is Irving. Wrapped up by Connolly and Rapati. Harry Mercer's at dummy half. He broke his jaw on the opening day against St Helens, was out for 6 matches after that. Leeds doing a lot more work, and that's a reflection really of the possession statistic. It's with Hanley now and Schofield. Schofield running across the face of play. Now, it's not the best pass in the world. Fallon had to grab at it and wheel it in. It's with Tate. Plonks one over the top. Hanging in the wind, Hunt reads it well. And then goes round Irving, but can't get away from Craig Innes.
Good play by Hunt. Gets round Irving, but as you say, Innes came across, but he did well there to keep out of touch with Hunt.
And he's twisted an ankle in that movement. Now George Mann, that looked a bit high from Gregory. Referee says it came off his chest.
Well, that's the second time that John Connolly's had a Warning given on the run to Andy Gregory. There you see it, grabbing above the shoulders onto the neck.
Oh, George Mann does well, releases Rapati, and Alan Tate does well in defence. St Helens trying to turn the screw quickly. It's Griffiths, kick downfield, wheeled in by Irving, and Irving tackled by Connolly, just in the field of play.
Good play by the winger there, just kept his cool, let the defence come at him and then just stepped and lobbed himself into the field of play. It's a tense one, Eddie.
Sure is. 28 minutes on my watch, it's still 0-0. Hanley. So much talent on view out there. It can't stay at 0-0 forever, one would imagine. Gregory. Flips it over the top. The man leading the chase is Gary Mercer. But that's a good kick from Andy Gregory. He's still got it, hasn't he?
Nice tactics. Knows he's got the wind behind him. Look at it roll away there. No chance for David Lyon to stop that one. He'll apply the pressure now. The defence has been good so far.
Rapati receiving treatment from Jeanette Smith, the St Helens physio. Loughlin now. Rapati is still out of this attack. He's still receiving treatment. And Loughlin is hauled to ground by Lowes and Irving, but that was a good run from the Saints centre. This now is Jonathan Neal. But high from Goodway. The tackle finished off by James Lowes. Cooper to Griffiths, to George Mann. Cooper now. This is Connolly. Connolly delaying and finding Chris Joynt. Paul Loughlin now is out of this attack. He's receiving treatment in back play. The last tackle this. And Dwyer's going to run it. Gets the ball back to Connolly. He just dabs it forward and it bounces kindly for Leeds, and Hanley is able to pick up the pieces.
Good attack, great defence. Lovely break there by Bernard Dwyer. And Connolly put foot to boot to ball, should I say. As you said, it just can't bounce right there for Ellery Hanley. He's working hard as the lead skipper, both in attack and defence. He had to be there.
Schofield with nowhere to go with those three round him.
Well, Leeds should really be looking for that inside pass again. It's busted this St Helens defence twice.
Good ball from Gregory to Innes. He finds Irving. Well brought down. Hunt and Rapati apparently completely recovered. Gregory again. Plants one over the top. That'll run dead though.
Wasted kick there. Not the best from Andy Gregory, he knows it.
4 Premiership medals, 82 and 83 with Widnes, 86 with Warrington, 87 with Wigan, 93 with Leeds, question mark. George Mann stands in the tackle well and finds Sonny Nicol. What a big half Nicol has had. Griffiths, Rapati straightening up, looking inside for any supporters.
Great ball and all tackle there by Gary Mercer, not allowing Rapati to try to keep the ball alive.
And he's hurt again, Rapati in that, but this is Chris Joynt. Support arrives this time from Cooper, now from David Lyon. Lyon slipped. Last tackle for St Helens, the 10 metres short. In possession with Griffiths, now Mann. Clips it forward to the outside of his boot. Tate almost lost that. And the referee says he did lose it, but he dragged the ball back in. It was a knock-on.
Lovely little kick through by Mann. came right over the top. Just lost it at the last minute. There you can see it, only slightly. The big Kiwi coming in. And Sonny Nicol came in quite late. The referee had already blown for the knock-on. Leeds under a lot of pressure. That's the second time that Tate's had a lot of problems with a little kick through to him.
Phil Vevers is about to come on for Jonathan Neal. Jonathan Neal, who was receiving treatment an hour before the kick-off on a foot injury. And Vevers, the only survivor from the last Premiership-winning side for St Helens, tried from full-back against Hulkingston Rovers in '85. But St Helens looking to score here with Connolly. Hunt again is left in no man's land out on this right wing. I don't know what he's done to them in training this week, Alan Hunt. They're not talking to him. And that was a misunderstanding. And Hunt has dropped the ball, and it's with Lowe's, and now Goodway. Innis to Gregory, to Iro. Leeds attacking down the right-hand side with Alan Tate. Back to Iro. Bit of space ahead of the big New Zealander.
Well, St Helens have only got themselves to blame. There was a comedy of errors that allowed Leeds to get that possession.
And now Leeds are in the danger zone as far as St Helens are concerned. It's with Gary Mercer. Mercer clipped it over the top. He took a collision on the way, but the ball was sailing dead anyway.
Well, he doesn't have to move. Sonny Nicol can stand his ground. As long as he doesn't move into him. He didn't.
And Mike McLennan's on the phone to the trainer's dugout with his assistant Frank Barrow, passing some instructions on. Let's see if it will work. Rapati almost through. Good tackle by Steve Malloy. Now Chris Joynt. Well, St Helens were walking then.
Yeah, there's not supporting the man with the ball, but they're not really working and running the angles.
Here's Connolly. Good tackle, Gregory. Stopped the young Connolly dead in his tracks. And it's the last tackle with George Mann. And all he could do was find Simon Irving. Vevers is after him. Irving's got the better of him. He hasn't got the better of Nicol, though. Oh, and that was a flop from Sullivan. Iro. Kevin Iro, 10 tries in 16 games for Leeds since his debut in November, but he's not scored now since February. Overdue a try. Malone with a good run. Good job that Cooper kept hold of him. They're trying to bring Gus O'Donnell on for Paul Loughlin, who is injured.
Simon Irving down, also receiving treatment.
Gregory gets away from Connolly, but not the second time. There's players going down with injuries here. It's a long, hard season. And that ball runs dead. Leeds with their kicking downfield, Mike. They're just having a bit of trouble, I think, with this blustery wind.
Yeah, the idea is okay. Schofield picking the spot right. As you mentioned, with this very strong wind, whipping it way down into the corner.
O'Donnell can now come on for Loughlin. Noticed he was receiving treatment from Jeanette Smith a few minutes ago. So Loughlin goes off. Takes a breather. Here's O'Donnell, first touch. £80,000 buy. Gus O'Donnell in the summer from Wigan. Not really established himself yet at Knowsley Road. Good job for George Mann that Cooper was there. This is Nicol. These two sides, great rivals in the 70s. They met in no fewer than 6 finals in that decade. And they have always tended to produce classics. Well, this is a classic of a different sort. And Leeds, having soaked up all the pressure, have a chance here now with Tate. bay. Innes. Rapati working hard at the play of the ball to snuff out all the danger. But Leeds with a real chance here. Schofield. It's a long pass to Mercer. The back inside to Iro, and the referee says it's a knock-on.
Certainly went forward, just got a fingertip to it. But what a superb pass from Andy Gregory that sent in the fullback, Alan Tate. He held it up superbly. Tate went through, and it took a really great tackle from Lyon and the hooker Bernard Dwyer to stop him. Leeds looking pretty confident.
St Helens though on the charge with Cooper, but that was a wayward pass. Connolly picked it up though.
They're becoming their own worst enemy, St Helens. It's okay making this fancy football, but they're trying to get the ball away sometimes in impossible situations. They're not respecting the possession like they should.
Beavers just scampering another 8-9 yards forward. This is George Mann. Now it's with Nicol again. That's another good run from the second rower. Try against Leeds in April for Sonny Nicol. This is the last tackle, and O'Donnell, the drop goal specialist, and he sliced that one wide. That didn't have a chance.
That was way off beam. You could see that the ball drifted away from him as he dropped it. Obviously going to be a slice, a little bit like my golf shot.
And there I was thinking you were a hooker. We're on half-time. We have injury time left for play. And this is Schofield. Misdirected pass. Luckily for Schofield, Fallon was very alert. Now Innes.
It's been a tough first 40, this one. I think it's going to go right down to the wire, and fitness is going to tell.
Don't forget, of course, in these Premiership semi-finals, we have extra time on the agenda if it's needed. And if this first half's anything to go by, it might be. Two very strong defences. Saints with Beavers.
I'm sure both coaches will have plenty to say at the half-time break and try to mix the game up a little bit. Chips over, maybe the run around, trying to just attract that defence to them to make that half break. Hasn't been many in this first half.
The kick here from O'Donnell just landed in the field of play. Be interesting to see how St Helens use the wind in the second half. It will be at their backs. Just waiting here for the timekeepers to blow the siren. It's 0-0. We're in stoppage time, and Leeds in possession with Gregory. And there is the half-time siren. 0-0. That's not happened too many times on Sky Sports this season, or any previous season. Gregory has put a few lovely inside passes through to try and open up the St Helens defence, but both defences have held firm in the first 40 minutes of this second semi-final. Welcome back. Couldn't get away from Dwyer. Play the ball to himself. Handlinger account is creeping up. Leeds won't be bothered with that if they can get over for the try here. That was good way.
This is where they should have the inside pass, the run around, something different.
Gregory. Short ball to Malloy. Malloy on his own. Heading for the line. The prop forward just held up. Leeds want the ball to be spun out wide to this right-hand side. It's with Hanley. Hanley's going back the opposite way. Dixon. Now Lowe's through one. couldn't get away from those two. Vivers and Mann. Last tackle, Leeds right underneath the sticks with Gregory, dabs the ball forward, bounces off a St Helens knee, Schofield has it, Vivers has it.
Well, was he in an offside position? Looked it to me. He was definitely in front there. Gregory can't believe it. The St Helens defence hesitated. We're looking to get away with that one.
John Connolly took a little sideways glance at his touch judge, and that's a lovely ball to Rapati. Rapati with the entire Leeds defence after him. Great tackle, Tate. Well, Tate measured him up there and pulled him down. Saints want to get on with it quickly. Joint, Leeds are stretched. Vivers out to O'Donnell, out to Griffiths. Griffiths, the ball spews out, but it's no try. It's a knock-on.
What tremendous football, the impact of that tackle. Simon Irving it was. What a great tackle, a try-saver indeed. But what a brilliant pass from George Mann that sent the number 6, Tia Rapati, sailing through. Wonderful attack. This is a try-saving tackle from Alan Tate. Brilliant stuff that. Fallon coming in a little bit late there with the knees.
I wonder if that's the signal for this game to open up. Leeds will be breathing a big sigh of relief. They got away with that one. Irving takes the tackle from Joint. It's now with Gary Mercer. 10 gone, second half, 0-0. Andy Goodway. He knows what the big day is all about. 87 finalist with Wigan. Steve Malloy with the run. Lowe's. And Loughlin preparing to come back into the fray at the expense, I believe, of Jonathan Griffiths. And that ball just bounced in the field of play. Alan Tate with the bloody ear.
See how strong the wind is against this Leeds side. Held up there. It looks like a blood bin to me. A lot of claret flowing down the right-hand side of his face.
Griffiths comes on to be replaced by Loughlin. So O'Donnell now definitely is the scrum half in 14. This is David Lyon. And here's O'Donnell again, looking busy. And looking painful.
That really was a crunch tackle by Dixon. Got the shoulder right into him. He's not well, O'Donnell.
Vivers and Nicol. Great strength from Nicol. Gets the ball to Alan Hunt. Infield to Connolly, who hangs on. Connolly tried to dab the ball forward. It's play on. It's got to be 6 to go, and is. Big chance for St Helens now. With Joint to Mann. Bit high from Goodway. Referee's pointing at Goodway. It means he spotted the indiscretion that allows Saints to play on with the advantage. This is Connolly. Connolly trying to get away from Iro. Can't do so. Now Sullivan. George Mann, Rapati through the challenge of Schofield is well. The ball's gone to ground. Play on, says referee John Connolly. Dwyer has it for Saints.
Surely they're going to be looking for the field goal.
Well, O'Donnell is there, and he's the specialist. But it's with O'Donnell. They're looking for the 1 pointer. I hit the bar. Bounce back to Tate. Gets almost to Joint. No try. No try.
Oh, what drama there. The young second rower, Chris Joint, just couldn't get to it. Couldn't hold it. Definitely a knock on. But how important might that be? The substitute, Gus O'Donnell, drop goal attempt, ricocheting off the crossbar.
So it's pressure, 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 0-0. Time ticking away, 13 minutes of the second half gone. Leeds in possession with Gregory. Saints have played 11 semi-finals in this competition, winning 6. Leeds beaten in last year's semi-final by Wigan. Both of them desperate to face Wigan at Old Trafford, and Malloy spilt the ball. O'Donnell picks up and finds Sullivan. Sullivan trying to get away from Hanley, and does so, but can't get away from Hanley second time, and Goodway.
This was a great tackle by Party that lodged the ball free.
These are big moments for St Helens, but that's a scrappy piece of play. Bad ball. Hunt was first to it. Now O'Donnell. Cooper with the call. That ball from Dwyer, bounced kindly though for Rapati, who brings Joint into it. Joint looking round again.
He's coming into the play more now as the second row, Chris Joint. First half they were trying to use him out wide, but now he's in the middle a bit more.
This is the last tackle, and O'Donnell's kick downfield is just watched almost contemptuously by Simon Irving. Didn't make an attempt to go for that, did he?
And I'm not so sure that was a good kick there by O'Donnell. Would have been better perhaps to have just lobbed the ball into the in-goal area. Gives Leeds plenty of time to set themselves up.
Simon Irving. Well, who's for Old Trafford? We've had a quarter of an hour of this second half now. And Hanley on the break. This is a great run from Hanley. He's not got the pace he used to have. Lyon can't get to him, but he has some strength, does the Leeds captain. Great run. A lot of people have written him off this season, but Hanley has bounced back. This is Schofield. Now Gregory. Suddenly Leeds turn from defence to attack, with Gary Mercer trying to get the ball out to Irving, and Irving had overrun it, and the ball goes into touch.
Why on earth the panic? They've just wasted a good situation. That's only the second tackle of the play. The coach won't be happy with that, neither will the skipper. This was a great run. He did everything right. He knew he didn't have the speed. Look, he waits until Lyon goes for him, dips. The handoff. Great upper body strength, this man.
St Helens in possession, courtesy of Rapati. Now Cooper and George Mann. Might come down to fitness, Mike, as you said, towards the end of that first half.
Well, after only 15 minutes in this first half, and they start going for the one-pointer, that gives you the indication that they're having a trouble and struggling. That's a silly penalty to give away.
Iro just wouldn't leave Gary Conley alone.
They're both tugging at each other. Kevin Iro claiming that he wouldn't release him. Connolly claiming that Iro wouldn't release him in the first place anyway.
And David Lyon in back play is receiving treatment, and I think he's had a finger put back after being dislocated. I watched that, and my toes are still all curled up. Oh, it was painful.
It's his finger they put back.
Oh, it's terrible.
Not his toe.
This is Vevers. He's having the hand strapped anyway, David Lyon. He's way behind this play. Now Joint. Joint running strongly.
Now will St Helens put on one of these famous crisscross moves soon?
Cooper was directing the traffic. This is Sonny Nicol. 8 metres short. St Helens examining the Leeds defence again. O'Donnell with a drop goal attempt. O'Donnell with the one-pointer. 7th drop goal of the season. It would be ironic if this takes St Helens to Old Trafford. St Helens 1, Leeds 0. A soccer match, this is the big league, and it's St Helens 1, Leeds 0. Gus O'Donnell with the drop goal has finally broken the deadlock. 58.5 minutes gone. And it could be, Mike, that just 1 point will take this St Helens team to the Premiership final.
Well, we were just saying, weren't we, the fact that they've got the situation, they know that the defences are very strong. It's been hard to make those breaks, and that 1 point could be a psychological lift to the Saints side.
Gus O'Donnell, he has struggled really to establish himself here at Knowsley Road. In possession now, doing well, but Iro was not going to let him pass then. O'Donnell didn't like that. This is Bernard Dwyer. It's a rough, tough afternoon's work from these two sides. George Mann with Andy Gregory all round him. Now O'Donnell again. Invention from O'Donnell. The ball played to Rapati from Joint. Still going. It's Hanley who got the hand to it, and Hanley saved a certain try.
Chris Joint can't believe it. The lead skipper just got to it in time. Good play though by Gus O'Donnell. He took a academy dive. Great play by Joint. What a lovely little pass. Rapati got it back to him. But Ellery Hanley has saved the day.
It's a Saints feed though at this scrum, and they are the Leeds posts in the background, and it's St Helens who have possession with Loughlin. St Helens has certainly been buoyed up by that one-pointer from O'Donnell, and they're attacking now with Chris Joint. Through the challenger from Mercer, Dixon and Gregory working overtime to bring him down, and just managing to do that with a bit of help from Goodway. Dwyer, the acting halfback. Cooper. Leeds have moved up very quickly. Cooper spotted the gap. Cooper! Captain Cooper! Try St Helens! Cooper saw the gap. Leeds moved forward, and the door opened, and Cooper shot through it.
Stone's bit of Premiership replay. The old master. He throws the dummy. He holds the ball. He holds it. They go for him. They miss him. He throws the dummy again. That is a fine individual try. Notice how Cooper slows it down. Come and get me, he says. Nearly stops. Look at the defence out wide. And I'm afraid you've got to fill in. It was the prop forward, Steve Malloy, that did not fill the gap. And the loose forward, Shane Cooper, a great servant to St Helens. Could that be the try that takes them to Old Trafford?
Loughlin then, with the first shot at goal from right under the sticks. St Helens have increased the lead to 7 points to 0. 22 minutes of this second half gone.
But it's simple. There's Cooper, there's the defence, there's Malloy. He doesn't pull in, he goes. Try time. Excellent play, and look at the step. Gets away with it, has the strength. Vital 4 points.
Shane Cooper, who led St Helens at Old Trafford 12 months ago, also captain of the side which beat Leeds in the 1988 John Player final, and he's perhaps given St Helens one step on the road to Old Trafford, but Leeds are immediately coming back at them with Schofield and Gregory. Gregory worming his way out of trouble, and then running straight into Dwyer and O'Donnell.
It's an amazing game, isn't it? Hero to villain within seconds. Cooper lost that ball from the kickoff. Can Leeds fight back now?
Lowe's to Schofield. Gregory. Schofield takes over again. Still Schofield. And Lowe's. Out the back door to Hanley. St Helens defence now working overtime. Tackle was completed with Hanley standing up. It's with Gregory. There's an argy-bargy going on in back play. but Leeds will continue this movement with good way, and there's a right schmozzle going on here.
It's Dwyer and Ellery Hanley. They really traded blows at each other. I think it was Dwyer that threw the first one. Hanley said, I'm not having that, I'm going to get right into it. And they did just that. Never mind Lewis Tucker.
And although the referee and touch judges are trying to sort it out, there are still eyeball to eyeball confrontations on here. And the referee rightly saying to the two sets of players, get apart before I sort this out.
You'll see this one there, you saw the left fist just skirt away. The lead skipper took an option to it, right into it. And in they go. Nicol tried to pull him apart, and they all came to it.
A long discussion going on. And the referee, what action will he take? It looks like he's giving Bernard Dwyer 10 minutes in the sin bin. And he wants a word with the Leeds captain. And he's in the bin too. And he's not pleased.
Well, I don't know why they're both coming to the sideline. They have to leave the field of play.
So there's pandemonium on here, and Lee Harland is about to come on for Andy Goodway, I think. Anyway, it's penalty to Leeds as a result of all that. And Simon Irving is going to have a shot at goal.
Well, they've got to take the 2 points. 7 points adrift. They realise that if Simon Irving can get this over, converted try will give them the spoils of victory. What a tense moment in this game.
Irving, it's bang in front, should be a formality, and is. So, 7-2 to Leeds, both sides down to 12 men. Dwyer and Hanley in the sin bin. Hanley looking rueful alongside his coach Doug Lawton. And now Lee Harland will come on and Andy Goodway will go off. And the referee, John Connolly, just delaying the start here, having a word with both sides, saying let's calm it down. A chance here, Mike, that this game could boil over and explode, but referee has taken the right action. Two of them are in the sin bin. They know now there will be no latitude.
Yeah, they've got to concentrate on playing football, especially Leeds. St Helens is still in the driving seat.
Plenty of time for Leeds. They're only 5 points adrift. Converted try, and they would have the advantage. And it's a good job for Kevin Iro that Jim Fallon was there.
Important for St Helens not to do anything silly.
They hacked that ball forward at the play the ball. St Helens, Nicol struck for it, but just got too much meat behind it and couldn't follow up and touch down. So it's a tap on the Leeds quarter line, which they've taken quickly. Schofield. And St Helens really have had the better of things in this second half, haven't they, in terms of possession? And they have on the scoreboard too. Gregory. Andy Gregory scuttling his way forward. Fallon arrives in support. He's taken line on out wide. And that's great defence.
see clearly on the replay, Fallon was over there, pretty hard to see, but I don't think he got the ball down. The flag had gone, but well, it was St Helens players that took it. But what a great run by Andy Gregory. St Helens just stood there and watched him. He jinked and weaved and went through. Little legs were pumping away. Well, that's a few that Leeds have let go begging, haven't they? That's the fourth I can remember.
Well, Andy Gregory is still looking a little ruefully at the touch judge on this near side, but Loughlin isn't. Loughlin's legs are pumping, and he had Dixon all over him. What a great game this is now. Connolly, Hunt, Alan Hunt, a try! Try number 30 of the season for the St Helens and Great Britain winger.
Stone's bit of Premiership replay. They took the option on the blind. You can see that Leeds are holding back. Good thinking by Beavers. Connolly does the right thing. You can see Innes and Irving going for the same man. The inside pass to perfection. Alan Hunt in for a great try. And what a time to score it. But put it down to the break from Paul Loughlin. His strength and power put them in that position. That man finished it off.
Alan Hunt has now scored in his last 7 games against Leeds. The men from Headingley must be sick of the sight of him. So Loughlin now with the conversion attempt. The wind at his back, that's the angle he has. Important kick this. He clipped it. Blood from a blow below the eye, but if he looks up with a good eye, he'll see Saints 13, Leeds 2.
Connolly drags the 2 in. Hunt on the inside. Thank you very much. Excellent, beautiful play. And that could be the try that takes him to Old Trafford.
Well, the Saints are marching in now. 13 points to 2.
Well, it's an amazing game, isn't it? A few seconds before that try was scored. Leeds in at the corner. For all the world, look as though they were back in the game.
But St Helens are now got their tails up. In possession with Hunt again. He's through Irving. He has got the legs on Haaland and on Dixon. Can take him out. No, that's a try. No, the touch judge has their flag up. He's in touch. So credit Alan Tate for another try-saving tackle.
Oh, wonderful tackle there, but what a great break by the winger, Alan Hunt. Look at this tackle. Eye on the target, legs over, no doubt about it, is in touch.
Great play from both sides. Tate measured him again. And here's a charge from St Helens in the shape of Rapati and joint on Simon Irving. Now Gary Mercer. At this moment, Leeds look like missing out again on a major final, but they've put up a spirited show.
Take a big fight back from Leeds, just 9 minutes remaining, but they're still in with it.
11 points the gap. Andy Gregory saw a gap then, it was quickly closed down. And he's having a right go at the referee, John Connolly. Thinks he should have got a penalty there. St Helens have it back. But the referee says it's knock on.
Well, the youngster Haaland trying to get the ball away. He realises that not many minutes left. He's claimed that St Helens is the guilty party. No good arguing with him. Connolly's allowed to give the ball to Gregory.
Schofield finds Tate, pulls both these sides down to 12 men, remember. Iro with the run. The tackle from Vivers. Played well since he's come on, the Saints sub.
Saints defence have done a good job, haven't they, on the big fella, Kevin Iro and Craig Innes. Two New Zealanders have really kept them quiet.
Gregory's long pass to Kevin Iro. Out the back door to Fallon, now with Mercer. Cooper's there and so was Sullivan.
He's worked hard as Mercer. Nice play by Fallon to keep that ball alive.
Gregory invited Lowe's to run. Gregory again, now Schofield. Malloy. Helens just closed it down, and what's more, Malloy has knocked on.
Malloy claiming that he got one for his troubles, and he did. Sonny Nicol throwing the right arm. Not happy by it. Steve Malloy, the Leeds prop, and rightly so. It's quite clear there. There's been plenty of that today. It's been a tough one.
St Helens player on the floor. It's Tia Rapati. It was a collision.
See quite clearly that Nicol shoved a little one in. Didn't impress the prop forward Malloy. Here come the boys.
Yes, Hanley and Dwyer are back. Can Hanley inspire Leeds to a big fight back? Leeds want to make a substitution. They want to substitute Haaland for substitute Holroyd. 15 for 14. Holroyd for Haaland.
Well, it's the last throw of the dice for Dougie Lawton now. We all know about the skills of this youngster, Graham Holroyd. He won't be frightened to take them on. But they need to score very quickly, only 6 minutes remaining.
This is Rapati, recovered from the knock he took. Cooper now and Loughlin puffs the cheeks out. Dwyer to Vivers. Vivers saw a gap, has opened up. Sullivan steaming up. Vivers with the kick. Tate with the pace. Now then. No. Tate got a hand to it. Sullivan thought he'd touched down, but the referee says it's a dropout.
Oh, what a great break by Vivers. He did the right thing. But there you can see clearly Tate got her fingertips to it. But they'll get possession back from the dropout from underneath the sticks. But what an impact the substitute Phil Vivers has on the St Helens side when he came on. Really galloped through that gap.
This is David Lyon. And Alan Tate has had a fine game here today. Shaky once or twice, but he's been in the right place at the right time on at least 3 occasions. Nicol shrugs Gregory off. But can't get away from the next man in. It was Schofield.
St Helens will be quite happy just to use the forwards, and oh, that's silly. The frustration coming through. There you see it, the little kick to start with, and then the push. Sheer frustration from Gary Schofield. Pat on the back from the skipper, Hanley. The reality of the semi-final slipping away from them. This man will eat up the time, that's for sure.
Yes, and he has the wind at his back, so he's got every chance to kick this. Leeds in the 4th Premiership semi-final in a row are about to miss out on Old Trafford, I fancy. On my watch, just about 39 minutes gone, but I noticed the official clock says 37, so we have 3 minutes at least left for play here. McLaughlin from way out. As I say, wind at his back, he has a chance. But he's kicked it. And that could well be, in fact it surely will be now, curtains for Leeds. 15-2.
Excellent pressure kick from the centre, Paul Loughlin. Was substituted and then came back on, made that wonderful break that set St Helens up for that second try, a vital one as well. He's had a big game, Alan Hunt. Showed a lot of speed, a lot of composure at times. And obviously showing his professionalism now.
Ellery Hanley wanted the clock holding up here. The referee has just taken the ball off Alan Hunt and said to St Helens, get on with it. Well, into stoppage time now. A couple of minutes of that.
What a great second row, second half, should I say, that the second row Chris Joynt's had. Coming to a little bit closer to the rucks, and he really has made the breaks.
Connolly gets the ball back to Cooper. Cooper almost drilled into the ground by Simon Irving. Sonny Nicol. Dwyer to O'Donnell. He fancies a drop goal, O'Donnell.
Pretty adventurous, bit of a smile on his face. Not successful. He's played his part since he came on as a sub. It's been a good performance by St Helens. They look pretty fit. We mentioned earlier, Eddie, that perhaps it would come down to fitness. On the St Helens side, they've kept going for the full 80.
Yes, they have, and they've so far kept Leeds restricted to just one penalty. But how many of these players will make it to Old Trafford next week? There must be lots of bumps and bruises in both camps. But Wigan against St Helens, what a mouth-watering prospect that is. And St Helens are desperate for another crack at Wigan on the big stage. Lion as Saints finish with a flourish. Don't forget that finals day. It's Wigan Saints in the big one. They don't come any bigger than that. The two top clubs in the country. And it's all for you on a 7-hour extravaganza of rugby league next Sunday here on Sky. What a match it promises to be. It really will be winner takes all as Wigan go for the Grand Slam. Sullivan shaping them for a drop goal attempt. It's the final that everyone wanted, isn't it, Wigan Saints? Everyone except Leeds, that is.
Nice little move there by Gary Connolly. Knows that Leeds are dispirited, looking tired. Put it through for the winger Alan Hunt. Just a little bit too strong, but he knows that that'll eat up the time as well. Been a good all-round performance by St Helens. Their defence has been excellent. They really have got in some hard work.
3 minutes of added time gone. Gregory in possession for Leeds.
Well, I suppose, that was a little short one, and Beavers just laughs, taps him on the head and says, "You're not going to Old Trafford, old boy." "I am." And he even went back for the second one.
He's got a smile all over his face, Beavers. It's penalty to St Helens.
There you see, hardly made contact. Just a token gesture from that man. Either way, a little bit of frivolity at the end. There you see, Beaver's got up with a big smile. The smile says, I'll be counting the money and on my way to Old Trafford. You ain't.
Well, he's a great pro, is Phil Beaver, so too Andy Gregory, but he just lost his cool a bit there. And the referee saying to Leeds, who they're watched by Doug Lawton, coach, just get back the 10 yards and give the kicker the chance. Lachlan then's kicked well all afternoon, but doesn't there.
Not that it makes any difference. A very dispirited Leeds side.
There's the full-time siren. The Stones bidder Premiership Finals Day has the green ticket. It's Wigan against St Helens. St Helens winners here. Cooper with the vital try in the second half. And Alan Hunt with the earlier try, sealing the St Helens victory that was hardly fought.
Yeah, it is, and there's no harder team to play in a final than Wigan, and we know that. We've found it hard throughout the season against them, but we're looking forward to it now. We've got that hard game out of the way.
They don't think it'll be much harder than Leeds today?
No, it won't be. You know, they gave us a real hard game, and 0-0 at half-time. It can't be much closer than that, and it was just a case I thought of the first one who put points on the board would come away with the win, and fortunate enough it was us.
For you personally, they just opened up for you at the right time, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. You know, we'd lost some early ball in that first half, and we said, you know, amongst the team, let's concentrate and hold onto the ball, and once we did, we put some pressure on their line, and they buckled a bit.
The match facts tell their own story. Leeds having to do a lot more tackling than St Helens. Scrums, 26 of them in the match and 13 all. Penalties just going St Helens' way. Handling errors level pegging, but St Helens had a welter of possession in each half. So it's